Let's go ahead and do an example of actually factoring an algebraic expression. So let's say we want to factor the one that we were looking at before, x squared plus 5x plus 6. Okay. Now when we factor algebraic expressions or quadratic expressions like this, when we factor quadratic expressions with leading coefficient of 1, we're going to have x something something and then x something something else. Now we're going to have plus a number or minus a number, and then here's plus a number or minus a number. How do we know what it's going to be? Well, we go back to our given expression here and we say, okay, now what I want to do is find two numbers that multiply to positive 6, because we have plus 6, so multiply to positive 6, and add to get positive 5, because we have a plus 5x. Okay, now why do we do it that way? Well, we'll talk about that in the next video, but for now, let's just talk about the how. So in this video, we'll focus on the how, and in the next video, we're going to focus on the why. So I want two numbers that multiply to 6 and add to 5. So the way we do that is going to involve a little bit of guess and check, and all of the methods that we can use to factor quadratic expressions will involve guess and check in some form or another. So unfortunately, we can't avoid it. But 6 is going to be 1 times 6, or we could express that as 2 times 3. Now, 1 and 6 do multiply to get 6. That's how we found those just now. But if we add them, what do we get? 1 plus 6 is 7, not 5, so that's not going to work. What about 2 and 3? 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 gives us 5. So that actually does work. Okay, so 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. So the two numbers that we're looking for are positive 2 and positive 3. So when we go back up here, we're going to put positive 2 here and positive 3 here. And that's how we do this. And again, we'll talk about why we do it that way in the next video. But this is how we do it. Okay, we find two numbers that multiply to this guy here and add to this guy right here. Okay, they have to multiply to the constant term and add to the coefficient on the x part. And it's 2 and 3. Now we could have put the 3 here and the 2 here. It doesn't matter because it's just plus and plus anyway. But anyway, if we take x squared plus 5x plus 6 and factor it, then we get x plus 2 times x plus 3.